Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2020 general reading. We are looking at the first half of December from the 1st to the 15th, and this reading is for the water sign of Scorpio. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well as we are entering the holiday season. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and for hitting that like button and subscribe button, for sharing the videos, for all that you do in support of this channel. Thank you so much. So this reading is for the water sign of Scorpio for the first half of December. That's Scorpio sun, moon, rising. If your Venus is in Scorpio, if you're cross-watching for Scorpio, it's all relevant, but of course will resonate differently for everyone because it's a general reading. So watch all of your signs if you know them for additional insight and perspective. If you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, or information on a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for friends, family, and loved ones, they do make great gifts for the holiday season, and you don't have to leave your home to give or receive them. If you're interested, just click on the description link below where you'll see my contact information. Feel free to email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you, and I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, of all different types and lengths and prices. So email me if you're interested, and I'd be happy to set something up with you. I do readings full time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get readings set up as quickly as possible. And particularly popular this time of year as we're ending one year and looking ahead at another one are the overviews I do. I offer 6 and 12-month overviews, kind of getting a peek ahead at what's coming, so something else to consider. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's in store for you for the first half of December. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot, Royale. Scorpio, what does December 1st to the 15th have for Scorpio? All right, Scorpio, we begin with the Four of Wands. The Eight of Swords. The Priestess. The Queen of Cups. The Wheel. And the Queen of Wands. You know, for some reason I feel like both of these queens are energies you're manifesting. Some of you might be on, some of you may also have a lot of fire in your chart as well as water. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, the overall focus for the first half of December is the Four of Coins. Sorry, the Six of Coins. So, Scorpio, general energy and focus is the Six of Coins. So this speaks of gift giving and gift receiving. It can also represent paying attention to either giving more or receiving more as well. Or someone may be offering something to you, you may be offering something to someone else. You know, I kind of get the feeling, Scorpio, that you are being offered something, but you're already in a situation which sort of on paper has all the trappings. It looks really good, but that's something that you feel perhaps trapped within. Let's clarify. Well, let me go through these cards really quickly before we clarify. So the overall energy is being offered something or offering something. Either you're offering something or someone's off. It feels like somebody's offering something to you. We have the Four of Wands here, which is traditionally quite a positive card. It's one of the happy home cards. It does represent celebratory, it can represent celebratory activities which include friends or family, which as we're headed into the holiday season, might be kind of a focus for you, getting together with people during the holidays, although I don't know how safe it is at this time of year, with, in the midst of a global pandemic. So it could represent energies around that. It is one of the cards that represents, the simple joys of being with your loved ones as well. It's one of the happy, stable home cards. Underneath it, we have the Queen of Cups, which is likely your energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The Queen of Cups is the Queen of Water. This is someone who is emotionally nurturing and giving, but she doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. She's learned through a path already, having evolved from the Page to the Knight, now to the Queen. She's pretty disciplined and controlled about her emotions, even though she's very good about offering. She often keeps them to herself. This is also a card that comes up about, being in your feelings, kind of stepping back and touching base with your feelings to see how you actually feel deep down about something as well. We have the Eight of Swords here, which is a card about, feeling trapped and bound by something, but by something in your mind, because swords is governed by the element of air, and it represents governance over our mind, over mental energy, thoughts, ideas, perspectives, ideologies, what we tell ourselves. This can represent feeling like you're trapped in a situation because, fill in the blank. I can't leave this job because I can't get another one, or what if I don't find another one? I can't leave this relationship because, it's a card about being trapped by the way that you view something, or the messages you're telling yourself about that. But we have the Wheel of Fortune underneath it, which is divine timing and orchestration at play here. And in the the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana card, so it represents energies we have no control over, especially when you think about, spinning the wheel. We have no control over where it lands, so it's completely about divine timing and orchestration. In the upright position, it does imply, something working in your favor in a way that's visibly in your favor. Good luck, good fortune. We'll clarify that to see why it's with the Eight of Swords. It might be, I'm getting for some of you, Scorpio, that you feel trapped in a situation, but you're also wondering if what's being offered or what's available to you is divine timing and orchestration. We have the Priestess with the Queen of Wands. So the Priestess, known as the High Priestess in other decks, this is somebody who, she's a very intuitive, as an actual person, she's a very intuitive person, a very intuitive energy. This is somebody who observes and watches a lot, but doesn't really reveal what she's feeling or thinking very often. This is somebody who pays attention, who listens more than they speak, because they're very intuitively connected to divine, and in order to do that, you have to pay you have to pay more attention to listening and watching and keeping yourself open to gain that intuition and that wisdom. The Queen of Cups and the Priestess are the two most intuitive court cards in the tarot. Now, under the Priestess, we have the Queen of Wands. Again, I'm getting the strong feeling that you're bubbling under the surface, Scorpio, which is kind of a Scorpio trait, right? So we have the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, somebody who's learned discipline and responsibility and a balance, and how to harness the wonderful aspects of the element of fire: creativity, intuition, passion, somebody who rules those rather than the other way around. For some of you, the Priestess with the Queen of Wands may represent a person in your life, perhaps a female individual in your life, who operates it could be male, but this is a pretty strong female energy, who operates very much as a mentor or advisor for you as well. For some of you, I am getting that both of these queens are energies that you are kind of manifesting underneath water and fire both. Your element is water, so the Queen of Cups is likely for most of you. But but the queens are actually on the bottom row with the Wheel of Fortune in between them, which I lay this spread out so they represent, kind of underlying energy. So on the top we have this, it seems like a happy home energy. And it may be that there's nothing wrong with it. It can represent long-term relationships, home and family situations, or even a job. It's stable, it looks good, there isn't anything wrong with it, or technically really wrong with it. I mean, other than, the challenges we all face in those situations. But there's a sense of feeling trapped, maybe because you're bored, but there's something you can't put your finger on, or perhaps there's issues within this relationship or situation, but it's still comfortable, like kind of being comfortably discontented. But the priestess also represents that there's things going on under the surface and things that you're seeing and feeling that you're not talking about. And there's this offer coming in, or this opportunity available. You're being given something, or perhaps some of you may be making an offer. But I don't feel like this is related to what you have. It feels like it might be an offer or an opportunity there, but you feel you can't take it because, you already have something or someone that is comfortable or fairly stable. So let's clarify now. Let's clarify the Six of Coins. The Four of Cups. It's a card that represents a lack of interest in what's being offered. It can also represent that you may be offering something that you're not reaching out to take, or you're not taking action towards, which could represent a missed opportunity. But why is this person looking at it but not taking action towards it? Because they have 3 cups already upright and full next to them. So they're not particularly thirsty, they're not particularly hungry, because they already have stability. Even though there's a feeling that you might be bored or discontented with what you have. Let's clarify the Four of Wands, which is technically one of the happy home cards or home celebrations. It can represent being with your loved ones during celebratory times. That may be why you're not interested in taking whatever opportunity is in front of you. Some of you, this might be on a less serious note, meaning that it might not be about any kind of relationship issue or something like that. But because we're in the holiday season, which is normally a season where people come together and people travel to be together, but we're in the midst of a global pandemic right now, it could be that, somebody's offering to come, or there might be travel involved, and you're like, I don't think it's a good idea, kind of thing, or I feel trapped here, trapped by, this Eight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune could represent feeling trapped by what's beyond your control, which could represent, and kind of using your intuition to base your decision on. It might just be that for some of you. We are in the midst of a global pandemic, and we are in a holiday season where, there's a lot of coming and going and traveling normally, and there might be that opportunity available to you, but you feel you can't because it's not safe. It might be, that's what, for some of you, and, again, I always remind myself, this is a short period of time, just 2 weeks, the beginning of December, so it might be that for some of you as well. Clarify the Four of Wands. The Hierophant, which is, the tried and true. It's the establishment. If this was, because the Four of Wands is about a happy, stable home or family, things which have been in place for some time, well-established things. That's what the Hierophant is about. Government organizations, religions, institutions, long-term relationships and marriages. So you have something that's already grounded, something that you've already spent time building into this, which is maybe why you don't want to take whatever's on offer. And again, for some of you for whom this is just a holiday travel, global pandemic sort of thing, it might be that you want to, maintain the safety and secure balance of your home by not traveling or not taking advantage of whatever offer or opportunities are for you or that somebody else is offering, to come in. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on underneath. For some of you, it might be that you're in an already established relationship. Perhaps you have a home and family. This obviously has history built into it. And you might be getting, an offer from another interested party, another interested person, and you're not all that interested in it, although you might be bored or discontented in the relationship or home life that you already have, even though on this, there may not be anything really technically wrong with it. But again, I get this sense of not really sharing your feelings. Perhaps it's a flirtation where the other person has taken it more seriously than you have. Or some of you might be interested, but what was it I said in another reading? You might be comfortably discontent, not wanting to rock the boat. The Four of Pentacles, let me see what's behind that. The Five of Cups. This is what clarifies the Queen of Cups. So the Four of Pentacles is holding on to what you already have, holding on to what stability you already have, even if, because with fours they can represent stability, but they can also represent stagnation. But it's holding on to what you have because it makes you feel safe and secure. The Five of Cups is a card that can represent regret, regret over spilled cups, regret over missed opportunities. So it kind of feels like I'm getting a couple of different stories, but they're not really related to each other. I'm getting kind of the global pandemic COVID thing, somebody's offering to come or they're wanting you to come or something. You're like, no, I don't think it's a good idea. Some of you, the spread might be just about that, really. And feeling kind of discontent about it. Even though things are good, you're kind of discontent that you can't do that, but there isn't anything you can do about it, so you're just kind of stuck. Some of you, there's some other distinctive offer coming in. It might be an offer from a third party or the opportunity to, get to know someone better or enter into another relationship, but it looks like you already have one, and it's well enough established that you're not all that action-oriented about accepting something or someone new because you feel trapped in the situation that you're in because it has so much history to it. And maybe for some of you there isn't anything wrong with it. Maybe you're just bored. We all go through these phases in long-term relationships or marriages, but you're also wondering if this is a missed opportunity. Interesting. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Why the feeling trapped? Trapped by what? Well, in a sense, the Eight of Swords is trapped by whatever it is you're telling yourself in your head. Trapped in a situation which you're not entirely happy in, but is comfortable and you're used to it. The Four of Wands. So we have two Four of Wands here. This is what's making you feel trapped. The Eight of Swords. Trapped by these swords, ideas, ideologies, because of a happy, stable home, which is right next to the other Four of Wands. And the Hierophant. This is something you already have that's established. I mean, in work and career or job, it might be that you have a job that you're not, isn't like your dream job, but you've been there for a long time. You have a lot of security built up. You better the devil you know kind of energy, and you may have an opportunity for something new and something different, and it intrigues you, but you're afraid to leave what's already established. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, downloading some messages there. The Three of Cups clarifies the Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot was right behind it too as well. The Three of Cups, highly social energy, coming together, celebrating, having a good time. Again, for those of you for whom this is more of a COVID global pandemic reading, it's, again, wanting to get together. The opportunity is there, but not wanting to take it, or the other person not wanting to take it because of events that are beyond our control. For the others of you that are already in this already established relationship or, job, whatever, that's comfortable and well established, even though right now you're not feeling all that enthusiastic about it, you have good times, you have good moments. This isn't a particularly deeply emotional card. It's more about enjoying the time that you have together, having really good times, and, again, being afraid to give up the old and established and known for something new, because what you've had some good times together because you have this history together, right? Good times, bad times, all of that. And if I leave, all of that is gone, all of that is lost. And what if what I have here I can't have with this other person or this other situation or this other job? And the Chariot is success that comes from not giving up, which may be for some of you an indication that this sense of feeling stuck where you're at, that Spirit wants you to stay in that because it's about persevering to break through to whatever success would be. Especially if you have a pattern of leaving jobs or situations or relationships when they become hard or go through difficult times. And so then you go from one to the other to the other. It may be time to actually stay and try and deal with this. And also, secondarily, the Chariot represents success after, a journey that's been very difficult and had a lot of, the Chariot is about winning because you refuse to give up. You keep your eyes on the goal, and no matter how many times you get run over by, life occurrences and events, you just keep up and you get back up again and you keep on going, and that's how you actually achieve success, meaning that you get to a place where you no longer have these same kind of hurdles and obstacles that you had to fight through. It might be that way for this in regards to the long-term relationship or situation that you're in, and Spirit really wants you to kind of do that, stick with that. Clarify the Priestess. We have the Wheel of Fortune, another Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Cups. So this is what the priestess, the High Priestess, is contemplating. Different options, multiple options. What could it be? It's also kind of a bit of a daydreamy, fantasizing, it's almost kind of confusing, because it might be escapism on your thinking might be more escapism or distraction thinking than anything else, because the Seven of Cups is a card of looking at multiple opportunities and only looking at what the most perfect outcome of something, which is not entirely realistic. It's completely water, dreamy, emotional energy, head in the clouds, building castles in the sky, and not considering the realities of it, only the most perfect outcome that it could be. And with the Wheel of Fortune, again, you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. For some of you, it might be, is Spirit bringing me this offer or opportunity because I'm meant to take it? And let me fantasize about what that could be. Or is Spirit, in fact, it feels almost like you're... Some of you may be a little bit confused in terms of what your intuition, which is your connection to Spirit, is really telling you. And it might be for some of you that I think a lot of you are just really trying to figure out if, I think a lot of you are trying to figure out if what the offer or opportunity, or what you're seeing as the offer or opportunity, is is that just something you're focused on because it distracts you and gives you a potential, a potential life path change because you're having difficulties or you're bored with what you currently have? Or is spirit actually driving all of this? I think that for the majority of you, and again, we're only looking at a 2-week period of time, I think for the majority of you Scorpios, you're trying to figure out, I think you're just trying to figure out if what you're thinking about is actually intuition, spirit trying to send you something or tell you something, or whether you're just going through this period where you might be, a bit restless, a bit bored with what you already have, even though there may not be anything wrong with that. I think some of you are just really trying to figure that out. There's home and family and a relationship at the center of this. And, something we can't ignore is we're all living under this cloud of a global pandemic, and we have been for quite some time with restrictions, and then they get lifted, and then they get shut down again, and, it's this fluid situation, and, which may be exacerbating anything else that's happening in your personal life, exacerbating that feeling of feeling restless and wanting to break free, and kind of translating that maybe a little too much into areas in which it doesn't really belong in. And I think you may be just kind of trying to figure that out in the first half of December. And again, some of you, this might be, about kind of thinking about being together with friends, family, loved ones, and feeling trapped because you can't, or you don't want to because it isn't the wisest thing to do, even though you're still kind of dwelling on it and thinking about it as well. Because I don't get any sense at all that you're taking a specific action in a specific direction for this 2-week period of time, or I'm not getting any indication that you should. The 8 of Wands in reverse. So, a lack of action in terms of advice from spirit. Not taking action just yet. Not traveling right now, not moving right now, not traveling, not taking action just yet. However, the fact that it showed up just in the reverse may just mean a delay, and it's just not the right time yet, particularly for those of you for whom this is about actual travel. Whatever the situation is for those of you, because it's a general reading, it's going to mean a few different things. The advice is not taking specific direct action just yet. Which feels a bit frustrating, but Wheel of Fortune, there's not a whole lot that we should or can be doing about it right now. So Scorpio, I'm going to stop there. We're almost at a half an hour. I think I could have just meandered on in this reading for a bit longer. So Scorpio, that's your reading for the first half of December. I hope it was helpful, useful, not too confusing. Again, if any of the readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a deeper reading, click on the description link below. Email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com if you're interested in a personal reading for yourself, or as a gift for friends, family, and loved ones, or in the overviews as well. So I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the December mid-month readings right before Christmas and New Year's. I wish you all the best. Stay safe and well and blessed, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.